Greetings and welcome, travelers. If you haven't already, remember to click like, subscribe to the page, and find us on Patreon to gain early access to new episodes and combat encounters like this one. And now the campaign continues on Dungeons and Vagabonds. The sounds of slithering and scraping along the tunnel walls outside the entryway are heard as a creature rears its head and steps into the chamber. Its eyes glow a faint blue-green, and a string of saliva dangles from its fanged maw. Dozens of horn-like scales cover the top of its head and trace down its back and tail. Two reptilian claws at the end of short, stout limbs enter the room, followed by two more. And two more, until finally, an 8-legged lizard-like monstrosity with glowing eyes, sharp teeth and claws, and a stubby spiked tail stands blocking the only way in or out of the chamber. The creature's head remains close to the ground, sniffing and licking the dirt as it slowly slinks towards the party. Roll initiative. Elton, your roll of 16 means you go first.
Okay. With the lights out, I'm sure I can't see very well, but I think I remember where Orson was standing. I want to slowly make my way over there, feeling along the wall and walking towards Orson's direction.
Roll a stealth check. Disadvantage.
5.
As you sneak towards Orson, your creaky armor makes enough noise to alert everyone in the entire room, including the Basilisk, which now turns its head towards Elton and takes a few more steps into the chamber. Alia, you are next to act, followed by Clem.
Dang it, Elton.
Sorry.
Okay, I fire my bow. 17 to hit for 5 damage.
Well, sir, looks like it's time for action. Clem is gonna run a little closer and throw a dagger at that oversized iguana. That would be a 15 for 5 piercing damage. Both effective hits, although only causing minimal damage. The creature's attention shifts from Elton to Alia and Clem. Orson, you are next.
I guess I'll give him a trusty firebolt. Only a 9 to hit.
That is a miss. Your firebolt assails over the basilisk and ignites some dead roots hanging down from the far wall behind the creature. The magical flames now illuminate the chamber for those without dark vision. The basilisk's pace quickens as it skitters away from the burning roots and now towards Orson. It crashes into a nearby statue. Orson, roll a dexterity save. The statue nearly explodes, causing rubble to shower down upon you, knocking you prone, and causing 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Back to the top of the turn order.
Okay, I'd like to use my action to help free Orson, remove the rubble, and help him to his feet.
Okay, you have freed Orson, but that has taken your entire action. Alia.
Alright, I shoot it again. 14 to hit.
The arrow goes wide, sticking into the far wall. Clem. Well, sir, I pull out my short sword, run up further, and attack it from behind. 19 for 7 damage. A solid hit, stabbing into one of its hind legs. Orson.
This time, something that won't miss. Magic missile. 10 damage.
The magical darts of force energy explode against its shoulder as it turns towards Clem. It rakes at you with its claws, dealing 8 points of slashing damage, but only 4 points of poison damage due to your resistance. Back to the top. Elton.
I'd like to make it over to Clem, but hopefully avoid engaging the basilisk. But first, cast Cure Wounds on Orson.
Orson is restored to full. Alia.
Let's try this again. Aw, never mind. Only a 12. Miss.
Clem, you are next, but first, roll a Constitution saving throw as the basilisk directs its gaze towards you, and its eyes emit an eerie glow. Well, sir, that's a nat 1. You try to move, but your limbs feel heavy, as if slowly turning to stone. Orson, you are next.
I have a plan, but I will need Alia's help. So first I need to break away from the basilisk and move towards her.
Okay, as you begin to disengage from the creature, its gaze shifts towards you. Orson, roll a Constitution saving throw. Thankfully, the petrifying gaze does not take hold, and you make it over to Alia.
Hey, Jacques and I have a plan. We need to keep its attention divided. Let's give it a blinding shot, and I want to cast the light spell on the next arrow Alia fires.
You got it, Orson. Let's do this.
The creature refocuses on Clem, moving towards him slowly. Clem, you still feel restrained by the basilisk's gaze. Elton, you are up.
I want to cast Cure Wounds on Clem then.
You see his wounds visibly begin to heal, although he is still unable to move. Back to Orson and Alia.
Okay, I cast light on the arrow. Let him have it, Alia.
Yeah, a nat 20.
The arrow strikes the basilisk's face, exploding into a flash of blinding light. Having its concentration broken, Clem, you begin to feel the paralysis dissipate and can once again move your limbs. Well, sir, I gotta stop the old evil eye. I want to reach into my pack for a blanket or an extra tunic. Then, I want to leap onto its back and try to wrap up its head, trying to cover its eyes. Success! You're able to effectively leap onto the creature's back and occlude its eyes. It twists, turns, and wriggles about, but for the moment, you maintain your hold. Orson,
I try Firebolt again while it's distracted. 16 to hit for 4 damage.
the firebolt scorches its underbelly as the creature continues to thrash about, attempting to eject Clem. The basilisk's turn is spent, trying to shake off the wily dwarf. Clem, roll a contested athletics check. Yeah! You are able to successfully hold on. The basilisk's eyes remain covered. Elton, back to you.
By the might of Apollo, I swing my warhammer. 7 bludgeoning.
A solid hit connecting with one of the flailing limbs. You hear the sounds of cracking bone as your hammer meets scale. Alia, you're up next.
I shoot it again while it's distracted. 19 to hit, 6 more damage.
Another hit, piercing the creature's exposed underbelly. Clem, you must once again roll an athletics check. Due to your efforts, the basilisk remains grappled and temporarily blinded. Orson.
1 slot left. Casting magic missile again, focusing all darts on its underbelly.
Success! You cast magic missile, hurling 3 more darts of magical force, blasting into the creature's throat. It slumps to the ground and now lies motionless inside the chamber. The creature has been defeated.
Nice! But there could be more of them. We still haven't checked out the other tunnel yet. You all finish investigating this chamber. I'm gonna scout ahead and make sure we're safe.
Indeed. Just be quick and be careful.
Alia begins to scout further ahead while the rest of the party stays behind and continues to search the chamber with the statues and the basilisk nest. Well, that's it for this session. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, travelers, on Dungeons and Vagabonds.